At the very least, this thing has pretty good performance. What's up folks, it's Brett, and I'm gonna hit you with a pretty lukewarm opinion. Nerf Mega is great. Big ammo is goofy and fun. And while I know a lot of people love Nerf Mega XL, myself included, Mega XL wouldn't exist without Nerf Mega, so take that. But even when Nerf Mega first hit the scene, it was pretty unique. It first came to us in magazines. So this thing can be stored in a magazine, internal, external, cylinder-fed blasters, front-loading blasters, which means it can be hard to determine what makes a good Mega Blaster and what makes a bad one, because typically they're going to be a little bit bigger than a standard Nerf blaster to house this dart. But how far can you go before it's too big, too excessive, and more importantly, the price is not right? Enter today's topic, the Pump SG. Released in early 2021, the Nerf Fortnite Pump SG blaster is one that I have not actually gotten my hands on until now. It includes 4 Mega Darts and that's it. There's nothing special about the included darts, they are just a different coloring for the Fortnite line, so any Mega Dart will of course work in this blaster, but the most important thing to know about this is that it cost $30 when it first came out. But does everything you see here warrant the title of worst Mega Blaster, or for some people, worst Nerf blaster of all time? Not so sure, but there's an argument to be made. Now the size is indeed formidable. For an actual adult, maybe you could actually use this a bit more effectively, even if the stock is a little small. One thing that struck me initially when I first got this out of the package was, oh, it's that feel. Ugh, that feels great. This is like the knockoff quality plastic feel that Nerf has slowly become more accustomed to using in their blasters. Sort of like the Roblox Viper Strike, my favorite blaster of all time. The quality is just not really there. When the blaster was first leaked, a lot of people got excited because large size means it's going to be internal, magazine-fed, like tube shotgun, you know, like a real shotgun maybe? Not like some of the other attempts that Nerf has made. Think monorail, but Mega. That sounds pretty cool. Instead, we got something that's more like the Mega Double Breach, where there is a breech door on the side, prime back, manually open. You can also click it back too, I don't know why. And then you can manually put in your Mega Dart. There are some little pieces of plastic back there to better guide it. Seat it in there, back, fire. But I was pretty shocked when I saw just how low effort this design was. And more importantly, you see how big that breech is? And here's your Mega Dart. Like there's not even enough room to just like put it back and then seat it in. Like you need to put it in sideways and kind of feel around for a second and then push it all the way back. And you can see, there it is, so janky. Oh. So you might be thinking for a speed bonus, why don't you just front load it? Which of course takes away the whole idea of the Pump SG aspect. But no, it's too far back there. I just tried to push the dart in there. Let's see how it did. No, that's how far I got. I haven't had any jams with it so far, but if it does jam, get your tweezers out. And this thing is so weird, watch this. Finger on the trigger, holding that down, prime it back, load, pump it forward. It has slam fire, a single dart slam fire blaster. What? I guess technically then we can call this a pump action blaster and a slam fire blaster. This has been out for over 3 years now, which means that it will sometimes go on sale, so I bought mine for $20. You can be the judge of whether or not I still got ripped off compared to the original retail price of $30. While this is obviously not great when you compare it to other Mega Blasters, it still has okay performance. Using genuine Mega Darts is going to yield you the best results, but of course, the pros and cons of Mega should be pretty apparent. You might get some really good distance, especially if you give it a nice little arc. They could sail over 100 feet, I'm not kidding, or it could immediately go into the ground at 15 feet away. So the Nerf Mega AccuStrike darts are going to be your best bet to balance a little bit of that performance, but with a bit more accuracy. Or if you have some AccuFakes, those should work all right too. I did ask people if they'd prefer this over something like the Proud Papa, and well, that was pretty obvious. Even though this objectively shoots harder, but if you just need something that fires Mega to like pierce a shield or whatever other rules you have involving Mega Darts, yeah, maybe this is a little bit overkill for the size, but it's still game worthy, right? Right? extra step is brutal. I will boom you. Boom! No. They're looking at me! No. Oh. Man. Whoop.
Yay! Yay!
I'd love to say the more I used the Fortnite Pump SG, the more it's grown on me, but it's kind of been the same ever since I first got it. Yeah, it's a bit of a chore to use, but it's still fun to fire a mega dart. But that probably doesn't mean that the blaster is any special at making firing mega more fun. At least I can see the argument for people saying it might make a good cosplay piece. As someone who doesn't do like any cosplay, I don't know what the full potential of this is for that market, so we shall see. Again, I still wouldn't recommend it at full price if you're going to do that. But what's hilarious is that at the game I was using this at, I found myself with this guy, actually out of package, not just a review at the store. The, what is this, Legendary TAC? The Legendary Tactical Shotgun? No, let's compare these sizes. Pump SG is a little bit longer, but you get the idea. They're both big. The flashlight holder is missing on the side, but I actually really like the Legendary TAC, and it's also got some more use cases. That is, in fact, a 6-dart rotating turret like a mega cyclone shock on steroids. And this one has slam fire too. Even if it doesn't feed perfectly all the time, I think this is a pretty fun blaster, and it does make sense to actually use a blaster like this, which has a higher capacity, in a game where you can also top off pretty easily. What's the price on this one? $50! Are you telling me that it costs $20 extra just to give this more capacity? Well, okay, maybe it's $20 extra for the 2 extra darts. The darts that come with this one, the yellow with I think black heads that are the actual AccuStrike ones. Let's get more of those, please. Those are great. For $50, you could just buy Honestly, I forget who actually dropped off all these free blasters, so whoever did that, thank you so much, because yeah, technically I paid nothing for this one, so I'll probably donate it when I'm all done with it. But if there's one thing we can take away from these two blasters, it's that big equals money. Bigger blaster costs you more money. This one, let's wait 3 years on this guy and see if it goes down significantly. Again, while some mega blasters are oversized just enough to give you the feeling of, oh, I'm using a larger blaster and a larger dart, that's cool, this one provides nothing extra than cosmetics. And I'm sure if I left this outside, the neighborhood children would walk by it and think it's the coolest thing ever, and they would intimidate all their friends. Maybe that's what I have to do with this actually. But does that make this the worst mega blaster of all time? Let us consider some other mega contenders like the Mega Lightning Bow, or the Thunderhawk, or the Roblox Shark Seeker. I know there are fans of all of those blasters, and I'm sure I'll get comments saying, no, you can't hate on that one. I'm not hating on anything here. Overtly. I'm not fully convinced that this is the worst mega blaster out there, but I would definitely include this on like a top 5 list for sure. And as far as like overall Nerf blasters, is this one of the worst of all time? That might require a little bit more research, but it's still not something that I would recommend to people go out and get. I obviously just got this to run around and be goofy with, and for a small discount, I just wanted to see what it was all about, and money gone. So what do you guys think of the Nerf Fortnite Pump SG blaster? Do you think this gets too much hate or not enough? Do you own one yourself, or do you think there's some good mod potential with this thing? I think that would be pretty funny if someone showed up with one of these things and it was completely different than what the original function was. I'm gonna store that as an idea for later. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Subscribe for more mega blasters, and I'll see you next time.